Welcome to this videocast from the GSMA Inclusive Tech Lab, a testing ground for transformative digital solutions.
Everybody agrees that interoperability is a great objective. But how exactly should you implement it in your market? I'm Anant Nautiyal, Senior Manager Inclusive FinTech in the Mobile Money team at GSMA, and today I will walk you through the answer to that question. For over a decade, mobile money has been driving financial inclusion, opening access to digital transactions, and giving people the tools to better manage their financial lives. Today, there are over 1 billion registered mobile money accounts globally, spread across 290 mobile money deployments that are live in 95 countries. The rapid rise of the mobile money industry has been accompanied by an increasing emphasis on the need for account-to-account interoperability. In some markets, service providers have proactively adopted interoperability either via bilateral connections or through an intermediary, drawn by the promise of commercial and strategic advantage. In others, the government or regulator has taken a more active role and created a central technical infrastructure that players have been encouraged to join. In yet other places, regional interoperability projects are underway, with regional associations promoting centralized assets to bring about a more interconnected financial ecosystem. Other market developments, such as the launch of a mobile money industry-led scheme and the provision of industry assets by philanthropic organizations, add to the current context surrounding interoperability. Faced with this wide array of potential routes into interoperability, it can be difficult to assess which approach is best suited for a particular market or operator. That is why the GSMA Inclusive Tech Lab recently produced a report that addresses this question, titled "The Many Paths to Mobile Money Interoperability: Selecting the Right Technical Model for Your Market." The report adopts a simple methodology to unlock this question. First, we define 5 core components that underpin an interoperability solution, which include connection, settlement, governance, pricing and business model, and dispute resolution mechanisms. Briefly, connection refers to the interconnection layer between participants that enables the exchange of information and execution of transactions. Settlement refers to the flow of real money between participants to reflect the transactions executed between them. Governance refers to the way participants connected to an interoperability solution make decisions regarding it. Pricing and business model refer to the levers that can be used to generate revenue for the long-term sustainability of the interoperability solution. And dispute resolution mechanisms refer to how participants resolve disputes between them. Each of these broad components of an interoperability solution has a number of potential options under it. To elaborate, a connection can either be bilateral or a centralized hub. Settlement can either be pre-funding based or clearing based. Participants can either enjoy full or reduced governance control over the solution. The business model for the solution can include a combination of processing fees, interchange, and a surcharge on clients. And finally, dispute resolution can be consensus-based or arbitration-based. It is worth pointing out that the choices under one core component are not independent of the options available under another. They are interdependent. For example, if under connection, the choice exercised is for a hub-based model, then under governance, the participants will have reduced control over the solution by default. Looking at the various permutations and combinations of these multiple options under each core component, we arrive at 4 viable technical models for interoperability: a bilateral model, an aggregator-led model, a mobile money hub model, and a global payments hub model. Each of these models has a distinct technical architecture that has been elaborated in the report. That architecture, in turn, has specific implications for mobile money providers on key technical and commercial parameters, as shown on this slide. On the technical side, API design and protocols, account identification, processing capacity and scalability, the time available for transactions to be completed, and the risk of breakdown and recovery from it are all impacted. On the commercial and business side, CapEx, OpEx, time to market, liquidity requirements, the ability of participants to engage directly with other ecosystem players, and integration times are again impacted by the choice of technical model. Finally, the report performs a high-level qualitative assessment of the four broad technical models for interoperability from a mobile money provider's perspective by looking at a number of parameters to determine their relative strengths and weaknesses. While there is no definitive or correct answer as to which technical model of interoperability is right for which context, the report provides a logical framework of relevant questions that should be asked before a decision is made. Overall, the GSMA position on interoperability remains that it should be a market-led decision for its long-term sustainability. The mobile money industry remains committed to furthering interoperability and finding sustainable models to make it happen. It is hoped that this report provides practitioners and policymakers alike with a useful guide to assess the best technical approach to adopt interoperability in a specific context and chart the best course forward based on it. Thank you for listening to this presentation. If you have any questions or suggestions on this report, please drop a line to the GSMA Inclusive Tech Lab at the email shown on the screen.
Thank you for watching. For more insights from the GSMA Inclusive Tech Lab, visit www.gsma.com/lab.